Left patella cracked, the shrapnel hitting right through the middle of it. The left hip, sizable shrapnel, nerve damage throughout the right thigh.
Some scars never heal.
Structural damage in my left foot, left shoulder, right frontal lobe, the subdural hematoma.
Some memories never dim.
I never want to take one particular day for granted.
And for Rory Coleman, one dream never faded.
There was no way that I was going to let anything stop me getting into and playing for a collegiate program. I just need to take a shot at it.
If our players need to look for an example for how to be a man of character and sacrifice for other people, they don't have to look any farther than Rory Coleman.
The Coleman family has a long history of character and sacrifice. Rory's grandfather served in World War II as a paratrooper in the famed 101st Airborne Division.
William C. Coleman, Jr. That man just embodied everything that I wanted to be when I grow up. He was honest, he was hardworking, he was humble.
He jumped in D-Day, he was prisoner of war. Rory and Dad got a lot closer together once Rory made the jump to join the Army.
In late 2010, 19-year-old Private First Class Rory Coleman was deployed as a combat medic to a remote outpost south of Kabul, Afghanistan.
The area we were heading into was, known for its fighting. We would do a patrol about every day.
In the beginning, I had concerns, but he tried to calm those concerns down. He said, Dad, look, I'm a medic. Medics, they protect. They do not go into battle.
He lied. Coleman's 2nd Infantry Platoon protected the specialist whose job was to detect and detonate explosive devices planted by insurgents.
Your mind goes to, eliminating the threat, doing your job, pretty much. You get your guys out of danger.
During his tour of duty, Coleman lost comrades and friends. And on September 12, 2011, just 2 weeks before he was scheduled to leave Afghanistan, Coleman almost lost his life.
We all dismounted from the vehicles to pursue the insurgents that we had been fighting. An insurgent came up running out and got into hand-to-hand fighting with my platoon sergeant. When I was walking up with my weapon drawn, I see it was just a bright flash initially.
The insurgent had dropped a grenade 10 feet from Coleman.
Next thing I knew, I was kind of just flying back. I tried to stand up. Something just didn't feel right. My pant legs were started to fill up with blood. And then blood started to pour over the top of my head. And that's when I knew I was in some serious trouble.
She had tons and tons of holes all over him from the grenade and lost shrapnel, so his arms and legs were just full of holes.
Coleman suffered 16 separate injuries, literally from head to toe. His recovery would take half a year, but rather than accept a medical discharge, Coleman returned to active duty until 2013.
Those last couple months I was in the Army before I got out, and that, October, November, December, I would just watch these college games. Boy, I tell you, if I didn't get so envious.
The football would come up a lot. I'm going to play football. And I said, that's a good goal to have, keep the dream, son.
In January 2016, the former high school offensive lineman began attending classes at Central Florida. That March, he attended one other UCF function, a football tryout camp.
He caught our eye right away just because of his size and athletic ability. And then once we heard his story, we knew we wanted him on our football team.
When he came home and he said there were 40 walk-ons, 2 made it, and that was one of them. That was, wow, amazing.
The 26-year-old Coleman plays sparingly, but this was never about quantity. It was about qualities.
I honestly don't think things could have gone any better than they have so far. Check off the bucket list. It's been nothing but spectacular.
He's a real patriot. And you know what? In this family, he's our Captain America.
We all go through life and we get scars. Most of them are figurative, not literal. Rory's are real. I hope he wears these scars as badges of honor.